You guys know I always have to start with like a little bit of rock music before I go live. I'm super excited. You guys can already see on your screens, I have an amazing individual joining me tonight. Her name is Alyssa, and
Hello.
Alyssa is in the thick of the Born to Slay Mindset Mastermind program. And I thought it would be really cool because when Karen was on here, Karen, had finished the program, and Karen has been on her entrepreneurial journey for a while. And Alyssa is new to her entrepreneurial journey, and she is in the thick of the program. And I thought it would be so great for Alyssa just to share a little bit about her story and where she is and how it's been like to go through the program. So thanks for being here, Alyssa.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. So for starters, why don't you tell everybody uh, what you do as an entrepreneur and what led you into taking Born to Slay?
So I own a travel agency and I opened my travel agency this year in July. So me in the travel world is very new and very new to being an entrepreneur, very new to really everything in the business world. And I have just jumped in headfirst and I found a wonderful program that led me to Brandon and got on his email list. And when I got that Born to Slay email, something was telling me to email Brandon and find out more. And I'm so grateful that I did. I'm so grateful that I did. And through our discovery call, I just knew that I needed to do this program and needed to learn more. And mindset was definitely on my heart of a huge piece that I felt like I was missing and needing to dive in more and learn how to love myself fully and love myself for me. And just this whole program has been such an amazing whirlwind to where I am now and just like loving myself and loving the process and loving the company that I am creating and all of the shifts that have happened in between then and now.
I love that. So why don't you tell everybody how long you've been in the program so far?
I joined the program at the beginning of October. So I just have a few weeks left and I have just finished the week on relationships. And let me tell you, it just has totally opened me up to a whole new way of looking and I I messaged you, Brandon, and I was like, God really was talking through you in this one because it just really like I the whole program is just totally has amazing energy in it. But as you really start to stack on itself and you start to get more inside of your own mindset, more in intertwining your mindset and your business, it really begins to blossom into beautiful things. And the last couple of weeks are just stacked on themselves to be so awesome.
So what was going on in your mindset and your business that was like that made you join the program?
The simplest thing is I just really didn't think that I could do it. I really didn't think that I had the ability or capabilities or the trust in myself to trust what I wanted to do and trust my own process and trust my unique journey. I was constantly trying to be everybody else and looking to other people's websites or the way other people were wording things or how other people were doing their marketing. And it allowed me space to realize, okay, no, like all of those other people get to do them and have their beautiful agencies or their beautiful companies the way that they have them. And I get to have my unique footprint and my unique self in this. And the way that I get to show up is perfectly beautiful because it's me. And I get to show me and be me in whatever way that looks.
I love that. That's very powerful. In terms of what are some of your biggest wins or takeaways since joining the program?
Clarity. That's like week one, but clarity and then acceptance. I really felt like so boggled when I first started Born to Slay, and being able to walk through the process of getting clarity in what I want, getting clarity in where I want to go, and trusting myself through that has been such a big win. Another huge win has just been learning that I am loved and I am enough and I am worthy, and I have like a badass relationship with God now, and just like trusting my relationship with God and healing the relationship from the past in that, and just knowing that my spiritual journey is beautiful, and that all of the practical pieces are important and they all stack on each other.
Okay, so I love that you fact like I learned to like fully step into loving and appreciating myself because I've said this before, Alyssa, that your business is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And so many people like they don't take that to heart and they want to put blame on people that work for them or blame on social media, blame on Facebook, blame on algorithms like but your business is always a reflection of how you view about yourself. Can you and also there's might be some people listening they're watching me like love myself, oh kumbaya, like whatever. And like can you like unkumbaya it for people a little bit and like explain how that's changed the practical pieces that you're doing in your business?
Well, for starters, I was one that continued to put blame on all of the other things. It was everybody else's fault. It was never my fault. um, and I think a huge part of it is when you like the cool thing about this program is it's not just like mindset in your business, it's mindset for your personal life as well, because they are the same. They are piggyback off of each other. Your business is an extension of yourself. And for my business, especially, you can just see me through all of it, which is beautiful. And that's what I want and how it should be for me. And I think the goo goo gaga stuff that is all wrapped into loving yourself, I had to realize that why would I want to do it the other way? Why would I want to live my life in a place where I was kind to everybody else except for myself? Why would I want to live my life like that? And why can I not accept the beautiful pieces of me and celebrate the things that make me me and celebrate me as a beautiful individual? I couldn't for quite some time I couldn't figure out why I could celebrate other people but not myself. And it really was that overcoming of the fear of that I am enough and I am worthy and I am loved. And you are too. I think at a base level, knowing that and accepting that and realizing it, it's so much easier to hear other people say it, and doing the work around it.
Okay, this was so good because I want to piggyback on two things that really stuck out that you said, which is one is like you basically have two choices with your business, right? Like you force it the hard way while you hate yourself, or you actually love and appreciate yourself while building your business, which you also said, which is so true, is an extension of yourself, you know? And I always joke and I always say the only person you can never get away from, Boo, is yourself. Like when our beautiful Stu and Betty Boop, our two beautiful cats, are annoying, I can go into my office, right? If my husband is getting on my nerves or I'm getting on his nerves, okay, we can go into the other room. But if I'm getting on my nerves and I'm not supportive of myself, I can never get away with myself. And as an entrepreneur and business owner, you are the architect. You are creating it, right? And I there's two pieces that I feel are so important that you talked about. One is loving yourself because you have to trust yourself to build your own business. If you don't trust yourself and don't love your own self, you can't build your own business. The second piece is you got to have faith. You got to have a relationship and your creator. Now, for any of you who are thinking, I don't believe in God, I had an awesome conversation yesterday with someone who was like, you know what? I just don't believe in God. And I said, you know what? Can you get behind a higher power, someone who loves you unconditionally, source, creation? And they said, yes. And I go, I can work with that. Right. And I like to think about light as like a crack in the doorway. And the thing is part of building any business is you got to step outside that comfort zone, and you got to trust in yourself and who God created you to be. You also got to trust that God, the universe, has your back. And what you said is I had to start rebuild that relationship. Can you? Because I think that's one piece that is really unique and Born to Slay, is I call it co-creation. And the power of co-creation means you don't have to have all the shit figured out on your own.
Thank you.
You can use God's help, right? And you don't have to be overwhelmed. You don't have to struggle and sacrifice. Can you elaborate, one, why you didn't have that great faith that you wanted to have and how you're rebuilding that? I think that's just so interesting.
Processing. For me, I lost faith in God and faith in myself a long time ago. I forgot how to trust myself. I would put all of my eggs in other people's baskets and just expect them to do by me right, and expect that they would put in the same energy and effort that I would. And I realized through this program, and I realized through the process of learning to love myself and learning to trust myself, that I need to do that for myself, that it's me that has that responsibility. And it's me that has to acknowledge my hurts, and acknowledge my successes, and acknowledge all of the things in between. When I first opened my travel agency, I really tried to build it on just like all of these broken blocks that didn't fit together. And so much of that was because I really was trying to be someone that I was not. And I was really not trusting myself and not trusting in co-creation and God, angels, and the universe. And it took me a minute, because of my relationship with God and the brokenness of it, that really through Born to Slay also I have like redeveloped that relationship and refound that trust for God. So it started out for me with just, hey, universe, because I also I was not on God's back in that one. But at the end of the day, I realized that love is just the center of everything. And that if I can love myself, because the love is already there, I've already been loved, I've already was loved, I will be loved forever, then I can trust myself. And if I can trust myself, then I can build a badass business, because my thoughts and my processes are mine. And whatever way that I trust myself to do that is my way. And that's beautiful, because I can love myself through it and find new ways as I go.
Absolutely. Boo! Preach, preach, preach. Yes. I love that. I love that so much. So what would you say is the secret sauce? Because there's a lot of people that are in the Confident AF Mindset Practices Facebook group. They're soaking up all the freebie, the live stuff. And it's kind of like this mysterious curtain a little bit of like, what is this program? What's actually behind it? What would you say is the secret sauce?
Well, I would say Brandon is the secret sauce. Truly. But for me, my favorite part has been working with you one-on-one and getting that aspect, and getting to take all of these pieces that I'm learning and ask you about them and apply them with you and dig deeper with you. And I think also it's just, there's so many secret ingredients in that sauce. There's so many secret ingredients in there. And another huge one is there is so much content that you can go back to and continue to relate to and find new important points out of, and find new gems that you're like, I'm going to hold on to that one forever because that one changed my life. And it continues to, like, that curtain continues to widen and widen. And where I'm at right now, it's like, I can pretty much see the show, like the show is on. And it's beautiful. It's so cool.
And you're about to get to the selling module, which is so awesome. It's so awesome because because in our 101, we're like, we talked about the commitment of marketing yourself, right? Nobody buys from a pizza place. They don't know the pizza place is open. So I'm really excited to see what you do with that. Well, what would you say to anybody who's on the fence, Alyssa? Because it's natural to have some fear before you sign up, and I think even after, like, you called it the discovery call, so I call it the deep dive, and it's so funny because I had a call with someone today who was amazing, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is going really deep." I was like, "Cause I called it a deep dive, boo!" Like, of course we're gonna go deep, but I feel like, there's the fear of getting on the call with me to see if it's a good fit. And then those are your lovelies. I hear your lovelies.
Yeah, someone just knocked on my door.
So there's the fear of like getting on a call, and then there's the fear of like actually doing it. How are you feeling in those specific moments? And what would you say to someone who's like afraid to explore, and then the person who's afraid to like, okay, let's do it?
So I would say definitely hop on that deep dive call, because that first initial call was such a selling point for me. I'm like, wow, okay, if I can go this deep in one call in such a short period, I can't even imagine all that is going to come out of this 12-week program. Someone just knocked on my door again. I'm so sorry. But what I would say is, hold on, pause real fast. I'm going to move into the other room. So sorry, guys.
No, you're okay. We're live. This is great.
We're live. Here we go.
And this is the last question. So after this, you can go get the door.
Yes. Okay. So it's maintenance. I would say if you're on the fence of doing this program, yeah. If you're on the fence of doing this program, let me gather my thoughts again. So much is happening in my world. If you own a business and you are looking to go to the next level, this is the program to help you get there. This is the program to help you dig through all of the shit that you've been avoiding and moving around and just hoping that all of the practical pieces you put into place is going to help that. And it's going to give you so many practical pieces to put into your business and to put into action to help you achieve all the things that you've been wanting to achieve, those desires that are deep inside of you. There's so much available to you, and there's so much that the universe wants you to have, and the universe wants you to put your voice out there with. And this program is going to help you do that and have all of that. So do it. Hop in.
I love it, Alyssa. Well, thank you so much for your time today and for sharing and encouraging everybody on really your success and how far you've come. And I'm super excited to see you. Really, you've dug some amazing roots and planted some amazing seeds. So I'm excited about watching those grow and really watching you begin to implement those practical pieces with all the mindset work you've done. It's going to be amazing.
Me too, Brandon. It's awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for you and this program.
I love it. If any of you all want a mindset audit, all you got to do is comment below and say, I'm courageous, audit me, and I'll send you a worksheet. It says next week, but it's done. So I'll send you a worksheet and you guys can do my freebie mindset audit. So make sure you guys do that. Comment below. I'm courageous, audit me. Thank you so much, Alyssa. I appreciate you. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.